Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to highlight an absolutely awesome Steam PC game deal. On top of that, other PC game deals as a part of Green Man Gaming's spring sale. They've got a lot of great deals available right now, a ton of great stuff, and of course, Steam will be kicking off their own spring sale by the time you guys are watching this video. The sale might even be live, but you know, Green Man Gaming is a great spot to buy your games from. They've got a lot of great deals and a lot of games super cheap. So with that being said, we've got quite a few deals to go over in this video, and again, a lot of it is at great prices. So we've got a lot of great deals to go over, and this, as always, is just scratching the surface, so keep that in mind when you're picking any of these games up. There's a lot more on their official page, and we're actually going to highlight a game that recently went back in stock, was available, went out of stock, then now is back in stock. But we'll get to all of that right off the bat. Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition is $6.80. I mean, this is an absolutely terrific deal that I get that some of you guys probably already own this game. And when I say some, I mean a lot of you guys. It's one of the more iconic PC games of all time at this point, and really one of the most iconic video games of all time, given that a lot of people consider this game to be the best Fallout game of all time. And that's for good reason. The game is great. You've got all the DLC content in here as well. And for $6.80, it's a tremendous pickup given the content that you're getting and the quality. Even though this year will mark 15 years since New Vegas came out, which is insane. It still holds up incredibly well. And maybe, you know, we're doing these Oblivion remakes. We're doing all these remakes. Ninja Gaiden 2 just got a remake in Unreal Engine 5. Fallout New Vegas getting a remake, I don't know. I feel like that's a license to print money. You know, there's a lot of these amazing games that I feel like are worthwhile to do remasters. And Microsoft, you trying to make some bread, I feel like New Vegas getting a remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it, would do real big business. But for now, the Ultimate Edition, $6.80 on that. Balatro, 28% off for $10.79. This game just took the PC gaming world by storm, and what's interesting is it came out back in February of 24, and I was aware of the game coming out, but I feel like towards the end of 24 is where the game just picked up a ton of steam, got nominated for so many Game of the Year awards, and I think that's what made a lot of people take notice of the game and then try it out for themselves. I haven't played too much of it. You know, poker roguelike doesn't sound like my cup of tea, but at the same time, everybody tells me you don't have to be a giant poker fan to enjoy this game. But yeah, nice little discount on that, $10.79. Silent Hill 2, the remake, 45% off for $38.21. This is a great deal on an excellent remake. $70 was just a little bit too much, in my opinion, for Silent Hill 2 remake. Some people would vehemently disagree with that. You guys know how I am. I'm just a little bit cheap on the video games, but $38 for a game that just came out 5 months ago, I actually think that's a really great deal. And as a remake goes, it's fantastic. The atmosphere in this game is phenomenal. The visuals are great. Now, I wasn't a big Silent Hill 2 guy growing up. I got into horror games a little bit later than Silent Hill 2, but nonetheless, from a visual standpoint, gameplay standpoint, this is a really well done remake, and congrats to Bluebird Team, because they're not the most well-known studio in the world, but they're getting a lot of attention after the success of Silent Hill 2, so good for them. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, 41% off for $35.69, a game that's consistently getting updated, a game that's going to offer you more content in the future as well, and the game that's already there is great. If you got a couple of friends to go through the campaign with, even better, because it's a lot of fun. Obviously a little bit on the shorter side, a lot on the shorter side, to be perfectly honest, as far as the campaign's concerned, but sometimes you need something that you can get in, have a great time, and then get out. And again, replayability with the multiplayer, PvE, PvP, and the updates to come. So a lot of good stuff with Space Marine 2. I'd be remiss if I don't mention Last of Us Part 1, which is 57% off for $25.50. Last of Us Part 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. We like to pretend that Part 2 doesn't exist, even though it's coming to PC soon, and I'm sure I'll be covering it on this channel. But yes, Part 2, an absolute low blow to me from a narrative standpoint. But Part 1 is a game that I go back to regularly to play. That's how much I love this game. I think it's fantastic. And yes, it was one of the worst PC ports of all time when it came out in 2023. However, at this point, it's gotten a lot better, significant updates, and for $25.50, 50. I mean, it's to me, one of the greatest video games of all time. Narratively, atmosphere, it's all fantastic. And, you know, this is one of those games that every year, 18 months around that range, I'll do another playthrough of. And from my vantage point, like, I've gotten so many hours of gameplay out of Last of Us that, yes, if because one playthrough is 12 to 14 hours long, I've put so many hours into it because it's at such a high level that I've gone through it multiple times at this point. And, you know, some people might disagree with that level of, I don't know, adoration for Last of Us Part 1, but I loved the game. I thought it was tremendous, and I loved how it ended. It's just chef's kiss as far as video games are concerned. This is the kind of video game that's right up my alley, and it might be the casual of most casual takes, but what can I do as far as that's concerned? Next up, RoboCop Rogue City, back in stock, 84% off for $7.80. Tremendous deal for RoboCop Rogue City. You gotta check it out at this price point. It's gonna get a standalone DLC expansion later this year as well, so maybe they'll do a Super Ultimate Edition down the line, but $7.80 for that deal is awesome, so definitely check that out. And yeah, great price point for a really solid game that came out in 2023. You know, I wasn't a big RoboCop fan, and some people say, you know, it's probably better if you are a RoboCop fan, but you know, definitely worthwhile to pick up at $7.80. And if you're a RoboCop fan, again, you're going to enjoy it even more. Next up, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, 43% off for $34.16. Ghost of Tsushima is awesome. Another game that the follow-up hopefully will be better than Last of Us Part 2, but I'm kind of a little bit salty about some of the decision-making with Part 2. We'll see. Sucker Punch is such a talented studio that I'm sure it'll be great, but I feel like the main character in Ghost of Tsushima, some people didn't like him. I absolutely loved him. I thought his character development was excellent in this game, and the visuals are great. Gameplay is awesome. A lot of content as well. You get the Iki Island expansion here with the Director's Cut. Just a tremendous game. A little bit pricey given that it came out back in 2020, but yo, I'm recommending Last of Us here, and that game came out in 2013, so, and it's $25. $34.16 for Ghost of Tsushima. For the quality level it's at is great. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is 32% off for $47.59. That is incredibly expensive, and I totally understand if you don't want to spend that kind of money. I would say most people are probably better off waiting for a deeper discount. With that being said, I did really like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and I think a lot of you guys would end up liking it as well. It's available through Xbox Game Pass, so if you're okay with subscription services, play it that way. Visually, one of the best games literally of all time. It's a technical marvel. And yeah, $47.59 is pricey for a game that's not super lengthy, but if you want something that you can get in, have a good time, and get out, and Indiana Jones Great Circle fills that as well. Not as short as Space Marine 2, don't get me wrong. And there's side content, optional content, and a pretty good story here as well. And I'm not a big Indiana Jones guy, and I still had a pretty good time with it. Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, is $5.10. You know, good deal on Wolfenstein 2. Also done by the same development studio that did Indiana Jones. Pretty good game. You know, Wolfenstein gets a little wacky, but the gameplay's solid, and definitely a worthwhile pickup. I will also say Dishonored 2, while out of stock right now, is $2.55. That deal is disgusting. If it comes back in stock, I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can pick that up as well. That's a phenomenal deal for Dishonored 2, so definitely check that out. Great pickup there. But that'll do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals ahead of Steam kicking off their own spring sale. All of these deals, you will get Steam keys for them. Redeems directly on Steam, and you'll have the game. It'll be even cheaper than what you'll get it for on the Steam spring sale, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.